Well, I didn't totally be offended. No, I wasn't offended. I was just it was really early in the morning. No, I just think it's interesting that you think that I'm American because I grew up in Switzerland. I'm traveling around the world for like 13 months. I speak two languages. It's not really the typical American thing. Um, and I do have respect for other cultures. That was just complete shock because imagine coming from America where you have all these, just completely different suburb type buildings, and you come into the suburbs in Vilnius, anywhere in Eastern Europe, and you see these huge blocks of buildings, with no landscape around them, these big pylons, just very simple, kind of sad for us, depressing, instead of like big, vast landscaping things, so it was shocking, and that doesn't show any respect. It shows that I'm really observing the culture and trying to realize and just say, wow, this is very different. I'm not saying anything is better or anything is worse. I'm just saying it's different. And I was shocked because we don't have Soviet architecture in America, so it's very different. So I don't see why that's a bad thing that I was shocked. Um, it wasn't like I was comparing it to America and saying, "Oh my God, America's better," because like I didn't grow up in America. I spent time in Switzerland. Uh, I think it's great. I love to travel and I love to see things just for this difference, just to realize, wow, this is so different from home. Um, and what I use the word crap. I think British people use the word crap a lot. Oh, that was totally crap, you know. And I don't know what I said about churches because I haven't looked, but crap is definitely an American word, but it's also very British. So be careful with what you think you know too, because you're just as involved in your own culture as I'm involved in my own culture. So um, and then the final thing is about YouTube. I think it's interesting that on YouTube, yeah, everyone has these like feuds, and then everyone starts watching, and you try to get popular by having feuds. And frankly, I don't give a shit. I'm just here to share my experience with the world because I'm traveling alone and it's lonely, and I want some people to see what the hell is going on and have the opportunity to travel a little bit with me because I don't have a partner to share the experience with. So I film, I make films for TV stations and things like that, and I'm just doing this for a good time to share the world. So, sometimes when I'm spontaneous and not planning what I say stupid shit, and I say stuff that may seem stupid or closed-minded or American or things. But I do it spontaneously. I don't plan anything out. It's just I just talk to the camera and see what comes out. So yes, and then you also say that if I keep screaming when I see something a bit strange, plain, and not so idyllic, you will still be called a typical American. I'm not screaming. I'm just noting. I'm observing and sharing these observations with other people. I'm not ringing a bell or saying, "Oh my gosh, this is so horrible. Be careful of Eastern Europe." I'm not saying any of that. But just because something is different can shock me, and that's okay because it's different. But I'm not saying that it was ugly and terrible. I find some strange beauty in this starkness of these suburbs and stuff, and it's completely different than Vilnius town, and that was also the strange thing. So don't think that I was just saying shit like that. Just keep screaming. I wasn't yelling or anything like that. So I just wanted to make that clear, and I don't know if this makes any sense, and I'm sure I was blabbing and doing all the good American, like and such, but I hope this clarifies something, and I don't want to, be the typical American, but I am very American, and I'm traveling around, and I hope that these kind of things can change people's views. Uh, but you never know. And when you see some of the stuff that I see when you travel, you would be very shocked too. So you come try to travel, sleeping on people's couches, floors, random people you see, all the poverty and hell that you see other people go through. Like China, where I am now, the 1.5 billion people. You come here and try not to be shocked, and tell me that if you're shocked, that means that you're closed-minded, or that you are a typical American. Because I don't know many typical Americans doing what I'm doing. So just keep that in mind. Appreciate it.